Welcome back, guys, to episode 2 of Mic Drop with the Williamsons. I'm Dayana. My wonderful co-host over here, my husband,
That's
Joy.
right. What's up, y'all?
Thank you for tuning into our first episode. You guys loved it.
Man,
and
so much positive feedback.
so much positive feedback. So it's motivation to keep us going. We're really excited to deep dive into this second episode. We told you is going to be emotional, a little bit more intimate. So let's get into it. Before we dive in, make sure you guys are following us on our social medias. You can find me at Dayana Williamson on TikTok and Instagram. And you can follow my husband at
The Williamson Dad on TikTok and IG. There's a lot of fake accounts.
There's a lot of fake accounts. Just be
but you'll
mindful.
know it's us.
You'll know it's us.
I'm excited to get into this one because they got a little bit about us. The first episode, your upbringing, my upbringing.
Yeah.
Get to talk about our first date, where we went to go eat at, and then
our spicy time
when we start dating. So let's get into it. But before we get into that, this is a celebration because this is our second episode, and we had so much fun in that first episode. So I got a nice little drink for you. I got you a Prosecco.
Love a good Prosecco in the morning.
So let's get it.
Agreed.
Ooh, yes, sir. Here you go, my love.
In a nice coffee cup.
Shout out to that coffee cup, too. It's good?
It's good.
All right, we got to get a nice toast in, man. We actually going to have this toast with y'all. So whether you got your water, your tea, your drink, as Oakland say, whatever you got, man, this is to y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Shout out to Mic Drop with the Williamsons. We got a lot more episodes coming in, so let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Love you, babe. It's been fun. All right, let's get into it. Before we get in, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Who's your favorite content creator? You can't be biased. I know I'm your favorite, but who's your favorite?
It's a great question. I think it's like a variety of people now that I really think about it. I really love true crime people on TikTok. Like if you go on a deep dive about true crime, I'm tuned in. I love watching those. So I follow a few creators that do that. Now, as far as Instagram, I love like homemakers. And because I can relate to that, I consider myself a homemaker, stay-at-home mom. So I would say my favorite kind of content creators. I know you listen to a lot of podcasts. Every time I walk into the gym, you have a podcast going on, which is why it's inspired us to do this.
Love podcasts.
You love to watch them so much. You were like, let me just go ahead and make us one. So who's your favorite podcast?
Podcast. There's a lot of them out there that I watch, obviously, but I think about one that's real, has a lot of game, somebody that's out here doing something positive for the community, giving back, and people that we can relate to. My favorite is $1 Million Worth of Game with Gilly and Wallow. If you've never watched a podcast, you are going to be cracking up laughing. You might get some real game that make think about your life, man. Them dudes are inspiring. So yeah, man, shout out to $1 Million Worth of Game. You ready to get into it?
Let's get it. Are y'all ready?
Do you remember where we went on our first date?
How could I forget? We eat it to this day.
Ooh, and it's so good still. Where do we go?
Quick Uber Eats. Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
There's a lot of people who would say Olive Garden's trash.
What?
But our Olive Garden, I see it all the time.
Wow, they sleep.
It's just so important to us. And it slaps for us at the end of the day.
It is. It is bomb. And remember that gift I got you our first date on that
little map thing. That was really cute.
That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I do remember about that date is whenever I was getting ready, I was like,
I'm going to get some butt.
Not my thought. I was listening to my mind. Maybe that crossed my mind. Definitely thought about that once, but I was getting ready and I was like, man, I'm really feeling her. Like I was getting cleaned up, listening to my music and stuff, pre-gaming. And I was low key. I don't think I've ever told you this. I think I was like making plans to like go out like later, just in case like things didn't work out as good. But when I tell you,
you could have left that one in the vault.
No, man, I got to be real because like I don't want to go out to eat, get back home around 10 something, and it could have been a disaster, but it wasn't a disaster. We had a really great time. So that's where we went to go eat at our first date.
I still remember what I was wearing.
What were you wearing?
I had on like this peach color shirt with some shorts. I do remember. This is when
I remember you smell super good. I remember that. I was like, damn.
Yeah, you know what that was? And to this day,
Britney
Spears. Bro, she has the best smell. I don't care what you say. She has the best smelling perfume. Now I wear more designer perfumes.
That's what I'm saying. You wearing Jimmy Choo, Prada. You wearing all that stuff.
But Britney Spears, the girls know. The girls get it. And if you don't, You need to. It smells so good. But anyways,
What was
I
your thoughts whenever during the date, after the date?
so I do you remember you had a concussion?
I do remember that.
Yeah, so
It was
he
bad
had a concussion that he got during practice,
practice. Yep.
maybe a few days before, but he still upheld his date promise with me. And whenever Joy gets a concussion, this big old 6'4", 230 man can't eat. Okay.
I
Like,
was
and so
hot.
that was one of our like love languages back then, was eating, which is why I gained freshman 15 with you,
And it looked so
probably.
good on you too.
We would eat so much. And so when he went on this date, like the few days before, like he couldn't eat. And then we went on this date and you couldn't eat.
Mm-mm.
But I do remember um you were on your phone.
You remember who was hitting
Yes,
me up?
he kept saying, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And I'm like
I was on my phone was going
going
nonstop.
off.
It was my coaches back home. They found out I had a
Yeah.
concussion. They was like
Hmm.
checking on me, and then they were like,
Oh, by the way, I'm not gonna be your coach anymore or
"Yeah."
something.
So I found out I wasn't gonna have a coach no more. The one that recruited me to come in. So I was going through a lot, but it's like the respectful of like, dang, this is a date. And I
Yeah.
think we were so like cool
Yeah.
already. It wasn't like this is our first date and you got your
Yeah.
phone. It was serious because I was going through a lot
Yeah.
being away from home. But I remembered, but also I was just letting you know, like concussion or not, like I want to college. You're busy. We got
Yeah.
class. We're on the road and stuff. So we just had a lot of fun. So we
We
had to make
did.
sure that we could squeeze that date in, and I'm so
Yeah.
happy we did. It was dope.
Me too.
So
Now Olive Garden is so important to us because like it's so funny, and you have those moments at dinner when we like order Olive Garden and we're all sitting at the
with
table,
the
and the
kids,
kids are eating their spaghetti and meatballs and me
it
and you
was
are
like,
eating our
bro, this was
salads.
us.
Like this is crazy, like the full circle moments, like 12, 13 years later, like wow, our lives are, I don't know, maybe that's just too deep for some of y'all, but some of those moments is
No,
just,
it's full circle moments. I think people could
yeah,
get it. It's like, bro, we were just us,
it
and now
was
we got
just
a family.
us.
How long after that did we start dating?
um Started, like you said, feeling each other. I do remember Thanksgiving is like the first time you went, like I went back home for Thanksgiving and they had too many Thanksgiving day games, so you stayed back. But I do remember like missing you a little bit. I was like, So that was like our first time like really apart, because mind you, from our first episode, we talked about how we were just friends. We kicked it a
Yeah.
lot. We kicked it every single day. Started kind of making it official, like letting it be known to like everybody else on campus that we were together, but maybe not officially dating. From my recollection, during that Christmas game, I remembered the dancers and the cheerleaders. We stand in the stands because we played in a big arena,
Playing against U of H.
playing against U of H, and you were walking into the tunnel, and I'm standing. My assigned spot was by the tunnel, and you looked at me and you were like, "What's up, boo?" Like to this day, that still gets
All the
me.
butterflies and
All the
everything
butterflies, and you did it in front of my teammates, which was even like
on purpose too,
crazier
to let them know.
because like guys are kind of prideful. They don't want to do that in front of
Yep.
But I guess this is we're grown, like we're adults, so
It was
there's
time. Whenever I made that statement, I understood number one what I was saying, and I understood why I was saying it. Like I
yeah,
wanted your teammates to know, like, no, so y'all can be looking at me whenever we're all out partying and
right,
stuff because like I already made it clear. So
right.
that was important for that. And I remember the look on your face. You was just not like, but
It
you
was
had
like
that surprise look like, ooh, and then your words, ooh, I'm gonna get me some butt tonight. I knew you was thinking like, girl, don't call me
oh
tonight.
my god, that is hilarious. I mean, we did, I think at that point we were riding to the games together and coming
Yep.
back home together.
Yep.
So
It
it
was
was
real.
like, yeah, I mean, people knew, but they didn't, no. So then Christmas came, Christmas, and I got you, we exchanged Christmas gifts. Now, were
My
we
red G
official?
Shock.
Oh yeah,
You got
that
me
red
you
G
got me a
Shock.
red G Shock.
That's when G Shocks were really big. And then like obviously we're dating, but to like make it official, I had a competition in Daytona in March. This was had to be right before March Madness. So you called me and I'm on the balcony and I'm like literally so sentimental looking over like the ocean and stuff, and I don't know if it was my absence that made you miss me or just like made me realize like, yeah, this girl can't be out here doing whatever she wants, she's mine. But you like made it official right then and there, and you were like, I want you to be my girl. I do remember that. You probably don't remember, but as a girl, we don't forget those things. We
No,
just
you
don't.
don't.
So I
I
say
I
that's
think
one.
we made that for you stands out, but I think there was one moment in my dorm room. I'm gonna say ours because we was living together. One moment in our
I know.
dorm room, we were like laying down, cuddling up and stuff. And I think I told you like I want to make it official, and I don't think you probably registered because you was probably like whatever. But you have that moment, and I got that moment to
Yeah,
remember. But we did make it official, and then we started to date for real, for
for
real.
real,
How
for
was it
real.
dating me, an athlete?
A little difficult because we couldn't be our authentic selves in front of the crowd
Yeah, let them know why couldn't we?
because when you're at least for our school, we went to Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Islanders, baby.
We were D1 athletes. We had strict rules. This was a real rule on my team, is that we can only date one athlete from each team.
That sounds
Like if I wanted to
crazy.
date him, I couldn't date another basketball player, but I can go date a baseball player and then after that go date golf.
You hear how crazy
No,
that
but that was a
sounds?
real
I
rule that we
know.
had.
That's
Like
like logic. Like, oh, don't be out here messing with all the guys. Date one.
basically
Like,
they you just didn't want
that's
to. I mean, my
crazy.
coach knew what she was doing. Anyways, I didn't want anybody else. I obviously just wanted him, but we couldn't like hold hands in public. We couldn't have any like PDA or anything like that. It was always in private. So
Because my coach too.
his coach did not like me, and looking back, it makes sense why. Joy, if you heard his background, he, didn't have a father figure. He really didn't have any parental figure growing up. So I feel like his coach wanted to take that role and treat him like his son.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
so but Joy was like, "You're not my dad. Like, I'm here
I
for
need a
school. I
coach.
just need a coach." So when he tried to, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when he tried to take control over who you were with, who you're dating, what you're
Yeah.
doing on a day to day basis, he didn't like that. And so therefore he didn't like me.
Hmm.
So his office was right next to the girls' locker room or the dancer and cheer locker room. So like we would have just awkward exchanges. Like I wouldn't know what to say to him or anything. So that's what I would say was hard. And also it was hard because I mean he's a very good looking Division 1 basketball player. Girls flock to him like crazy. So just having that security and that trust was really important for our
Yeah.
relationship. Like we went out separately and came home with each other, but you just that was hard. And looking back, I was only 18, 19, 20. So your mind is like,
And we moved in
and we
together.
moved in together. You're going crazy. So
One of the things that I remember my coach he didn't like was number one, he didn't like girls being a distraction at all. Like they take your legs, like don't be having sex before games and all that type of stuff. And it's just like if you're not in the gym, like what are you doing? You also got to think about it. He was in the game for
a
20,
long
30
time.
years. He's
Yeah.
seen so much. So I understand where he was coming from, but I think on the other side of it, like you just said, he wanted to be that father figure when I
Hmm.
didn't want a father figure just because it didn't take me until I got older
Yeah.
to even let certain men get close to me.
Well, you were
I'm grown at
grown
that
and you're
point.
established in who you are.
I,
You're 22, 23.
I remember this one time we was in the locker room and we was all getting in trouble. And me and Will being the oldest on the team, he told one of the teammates, I ain't even gonna say his name, but he was a young boy. And coach is cussing me out, coach cussing Will out. And he told one of the teammates, he's like, and I'm gonna call your parents. When I say we lost it, we had to run so much because me and Will started busting out laughing. Everybody was like, bro, you get your parents called in college, bro. This is insane.
I probably could guess who this is.
It's only two young boys
Oh, I
that
know
you know.
exactly who it is.
It's only two of them. And I need to hit up Will because I remember we got in trouble. But anyways, he didn't have that leverage for us. It was like, I'm gonna sit you down, I'm gonna bench you, you're gonna do extra run, I'm gonna be hard on you on practice. But anyways, once he found out we was moving in together, he was like, no, cancel that lease. I'm gonna pay for it.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. We're not doing that. And it was just crazy how much that he was just like, I felt bad for you
Well,
looking
even
back
just the
for it.
little things like having a beard. He
Oh
didn't
yeah,
want
we
him.
couldn't have no
So
beard.
he's had a beard since I've known him.
He recruited me with a beard.
But in college his beard was longer.
It was a lot longer.
Long. But like I gotta insert a picture. Hey yo, I'm inserting a picture if you're watching this on YouTube. So for the promo video of each game, Jumbotron, they're doing each starting player or which all the players, and Joy's like doing the ball, and this man got the Mario mustache. His coach made him cut his beard off.
My beard off
and just have a mustache,
looking like Mario and Luigi.
looking like Mario and Luigi. So like just little things like
Little
that,
stuff
the
like that.
control, it was just crazy. So just imagine him not like having a girlfriend for I get it. He probably didn't want me to end up pregnant or anything. Well, jokes on him. I
Did
did.
you? You felt good saying that, man, because
No, but
man,
low key, like looking back,
that was
and we're not
funny.
name dropping. Looking back, like we know he likes our stuff on Facebook and
Yeah, he
comments,
always
and
shows some
he
love.
shows so much
And
love now.
shout out to Coach. I ain't gonna put his
Yeah,
full name, but Coach, I appreciate you because he definitely helped me with a lot. Character CTT all
CTTO.
man, they always laugh at that. CTT always.
Character toughness talent. No, but yeah, and if looking back as a parent, as a mother and a father, it was all with great intentions.
Yeah.
Just when you're a teenager or a young adult entering college, you just left your parents. Like you're not trying to have another parent.
And then
But
think about it from a parent standpoint. You're the mom. Your
mm-hmm.
dad bashes in college and he
Yeah.
meets a girl
And
or
yeah, and
somebody
I
meets
hope
true
his
girl.
coach stays on
Oakland.
him. Yeah, I get it
It's
completely.
times have changed, but it's different. Everybody's also built different.
Right.
So we're dating. Things are going good. I will say, because dating you, it was just like so effortless and
Effortlessly.
easy. We were still best friends. We were still laughing. We were still going out. We're
Mm-hmm.
working out together. We're studying together.
Catching your rebounds.
You're in the gym with me for real. 2:00 in the morning, you're in the gym with me. You stretching, doing your stuff like that. Like it was so cool. And I think for how long you think we went strong without like no hiccups? If you had to just throw a good number out there,
Long
a
time.
year.
It was
I
like the
don't. I
year
don't think it
mark.
was until the following year where.
It was October.
Damn.
What's crazy?
What? Bro, when they say
Girl,
women don't
don't
forget
forget.
nothing, I'm talking
We don't
about 4 months,
forget.
7. But she said it was October.
It
That
was
is
October. Remember,
insane.
it was after we went to the club for Creek Street
Creep
at
Street.
Aria. That's so funny. That's when our downfall was, and then like the following year, October is when things got better. We were literally
Wow.
it was a full
Wow.
year. But I am
Insane.
really good with dates. Now, if this was end of October, obviously it was Halloween parties in college, lots of Halloween parties. We went to, like I said, we used to go out together, and sometimes we went out separately. And this was, me and my girls dressed up. I was Poison Ivy that year. I looked so good. I wish I had a picture, but I DIY'd my project. I DIY'd my costume. But anyways, that's,
You went from Poison Ivy to the mom with a sweater on.
hey, what's
Still looking good.
I be
boy.
Poison Ivy in the bedroom.
That part.
That's all that matters.
Mic drop. Turn the lights on. What's up?
But anyways, so we went out. We always were really good communicators. So that night, it's like I was texting you, making sure you were good. I didn't hear from you, and so I just figured, you're just with your boys, no big deal.
For all the listeners, are we living together or not living together?
We are living together.
We're living together at this time. We would go out, do our thing. She would pregame. And one thing about us, and I'll let you get back to it, is there's like no control or, hey, make sure you're doing this. Like we're in college, we're together, but there's so much respect and so much trust that it wasn't like no check. It was literally like, hey, I'm going here. We might go here afterwards, and then more than likely, let's meet at Whataburger, and then we'll finish it off like that. And if we link up, we'll go like that. But on this particular night, you hit me up.
Yeah, and I didn't hear from you, so I did get like worried. But that night you didn't come home. And in college, we would go out all night and literally sometimes sleep in our car just to wake up and go to practice. Because if we went to sleep, then we weren't going to wake up for practice. At least for me, we had 7 a.m. practices.
Did y'all hear that, though? This is for
how did we do that?
This morning, it was a decent morning time. The sun was up. He was like, man, I'm still not a morning person.
I did say that.
But for the young audience that's watching this and go to college, and if you are going out and stuff, one thing that you have to understand is no matter how hard you party, you got to get your butt up in the morning and you got to get it. We would literally stay out, especially me and Myron. We would stay out till about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and have weights at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, sweating out the liquor,
practice, spreading all that stuff out. So if you live that life, you got to be able to put in that work with it. So whenever she says that sleeping in, so that's an extra 30 minutes. You sleep right in front of the practice facility.
Field house.
You just get up and go, and you're so good. When you're really good, a GOAT dancer, it's efforts on your worst day, you can show up and still be the best. So
thanks, bud.
Everybody ain't able, I'll tell you that. Sorry, baby.
That's okay. So that's what we would do. So I had to get up the next morning for practice. This is when we lived off campus in our apartment, and you still weren't there. And I was like getting really worried, and like I feel like I couldn't even focus during my practice because like I hadn't heard from him. And this is close to like a November game, so we're practicing in the field house where y'all practice, rather than the Dugan, which is just a studio in the gym on campus. And practice is over, and like doing our final stretches, and you're with your friends, and you walk right past me and don't say a word to me. Like, you don't even look me in the face.
Childish.
And I was crushed. You made eye contact, and then you just kept going, and I was like, okay, maybe he doesn't want to like acknowledge me in front of his friends or something. Like, at this point, we're moved in, like everybody knows we're together. I didn't see you literally for the whole day. Like, I think I texted you, was like, is everything okay? And I was like, I'm just checking on you, and you were like, I'm good. And it was just very dry, very short. But anyways, you had practice, and I think I asked you, are you going to ride with me home, because like we live together, or should I just go home? And I think you got a ride home. I think you went with a teammate.
I did on purpose. I remember.
And so I went back home, and I met you at home, and like from there it was like the downfall. Like, we sat at the table, and you were just like, I can't do this.
And I do remember we were out. Number one, we're in college. And for those of you that are new here and probably missed on the first episode, I didn't want to be in a relationship in college. When I got to college, I wanted to live college, be college, focus on ball, focus on what I'm going to do after college, get my life together. Obviously started to fall in love with each other.
We moved very fast.
We moved very fast. How fast did we move in?
Like the next day, we moved in with each other. Not exaggerating, literally within the next 24 hours.
It was a point in time you told me, you was like, don't have me out here looking stupid. Like you feeling somebody, be a man and tell me, and I'll respect that. And at that point in time, even though I was older than you, obviously, I still didn't know how to express it because I didn't want to hurt you. So instead of me vocalizing how I'm feeling, I just shut down and I get quiet. I'm like, yes, she's going to break up with me. Like, she's going to be like, bro, you're tripping. Like, I'm going to do all this stuff. And it's so childish looking back to it, because if somebody was to do that to Oakland the Truth, I would probably I'd be in prison because, like, don't hurt my girls.
Yeah.
So
my mom wanted to go to prison over me.
I remember
at one point.
So I remember I was just giving you a cold shoulder, and you didn't do nothing wrong. Honestly, it was all, and it sounds cliche, but it was me.
Yeah.
I think we were moving so fast. I would literally just like shut down like that. And once I still saw that you was loving me beyond the BS and being cold shoulder, coming in late, staying on purpose, staying over at my teammates' cribs, like playing video games. So I remember I was riding with you. We were in the parking lot, a study hall, and you was just like, yo, what's going on with you? And then I was just like, man, it's not working. Now he's like, well, what did I do? Like, what's going on? And that's whenever I actually had the courage to say, like, you forced it out of me.
Yeah.
And then that's when we broke up in the parking lot of study
crying
hall
and sobbing in the car and calling my mom.
I remember
I didn't know what to do.
And then that time we broken up, it was official. And a lot of men can probably relate to this. Whenever we don't show it, we don't wear it on our sleeves.
Yeah.
We don't say, oh, I'm going through a breakup or I'm heartbroken. The first thing you have to do is put on that shield of defense of, man, I'm good. And the crazy part about this, man, is just making me think about it. Everybody in the locker room on our team was breaking up with their girls. Like
everybody. Yes.
I ain't gonna say names because everybody's married and stuff.
And a lot of them were like,
it was so insane. It was it sounds crazy. It was like a spirit of just breaking up. And nobody talked about relationships because, first of all, my teammates are some dogs. If you find out somebody break up, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, now it's my turn. Like, I'm gonna try to hop on that.
That's exactly what happened.
And that's exactly what happened for real. But when we went in there and everybody was like, yo, so-and-so was done. Like, damn, for real, so-and-so was done. So it was crazy.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, man, you had to go through a lot of hell because you started losing weight like crazy.
I got very, very skinny.
We were still living together.
Yeah,
y'all.
Was
this
what
is
was
the hardest
hard.
part.
We were still living together. I got very skinny to the point where, like, it was really concerning. Whenever I'm stressed or I'm sad, I just can't eat. Yeah, it was definitely the breakup diet.
We're still living together at this point. It's just real transactional.
Yeah, super like
in the door, out the door.
We just set ourselves up for failure. Like, we just went in so fast, not knowing.
Looking back into it now, like, you have a special calling on your life. I got a special calling on my life, and a lot of the things that I had to go through was like bigger than just like me. Like, I was going through some hell.
Yeah.
And I remember one time you just told me straight up, you was like Jobo, like the devil got you by the balls right now. You
You
doing
did say that.
exactly like that is crazy. And this is one of the I will never
Because you were
forget
so
that
unrecognizable, like
everything.
numb to everything, like coming in and out of the door, just nothing behind your
No
face, no
emotions.
emotion.
The moment you told me that, man, a woman that love you, you get a gut check like that.
The fact that you still remember that, I never know that was going to have any weight to it,
Man, that's the
because he
because
was
nobody's ever
so,
said that
you were
before.
so stone cold with everything I said, everything else I said. Like, well, let me just get this off my chest since you don't care. So
Something that I always heard, they say hurt people hurt people.
yeah.
I was hurting and I was hurting you
Mm-hmm.
unintentionally. I was just so selfish and like
Yeah.
didn't care. And then obviously you were moving different. And then I saw that you had like start dating. You went
Mm-hmm.
on a couple of dates and we getting dressed. I'm in the front room playing the game because we're living together, but we're kind of just like
Yeah.
moving freely around the house.
But at this point, I feel like after a while, like we finally
We came to like
a civil. We just had a conversation. Like we just have to be civil. We
if
live
this
with
is what
each
it's gonna
other.
be,
We can't break our lease. Like
yeah.
we don't want that. We're just getting our life started. We don't want any broken leases on our rental history. It's our first apartment
First one.
ever.
Yep.
So we were just like, let's just thug it out. Let's just be civil. Like I'll cook dinner and you cook dinner some nights. We'll still eat. We don't have to do
I was
anything.
using my scholarship money, still like
Buying
buying
groceries,
groceries and
putting
stuff.
gas in my car, things like that. So
It's crazy to talk about it. We kind of went back to the first stage before we got together when we were living
yeah,
together. Like we were cool
cool.
living
But
together.
this time was just harder. The moment I met you, there was never a time I didn't love you, like
Yeah.
ever. And it's crazy
No, I
because
love you, babe.
I love you
Thanks for holding
too.
it down.
So
And this
like
is why I married you because
literally, like guys, I wish
it's many reasons why I married you,
there's
but
many
that right
reasons.
there is like
I
you
loved you
you
through
was at that. I think
everything.
that was the closest for me to fall into a pit of hell that
But
I've
the
ever been
people
in.
you surrounded yourself with, teammates or not, weren't gonna pick you up. They
No,
didn't care
they
about you.
wanted me to stay down.
They
They
wanted you
enjoyed
to
it.
stay down so they can come after me, and that's exactly what they did.
I remember I went into practice one day and they was just like, "That's the Jobo we love. That's the Jobo that came out here. Like finally, like now you can be free because they
Right.
know." Free, like we pre-gaming. My apartment had the lights and I had the
Yeah.
bottles and we had the food and everybody knew that. Like whenever when we
Mm-hmm.
were together, that stuff
Stuff
went
ended.
away
Yeah.
and they were devastated. They was like, "Man, this is some
Yeah, there.
bull."
This is the Jobo we love on the other side.
And then whenever you're
What's up,
hurt,
Day Day?
when you hurt, that's all you needed to hear.
Yeah,
But we got through that.
we
And
did get
let's
through it.
fast forward. Something that also made me just feel like a certain type of way. I was in the crib watching a game and you were in there getting ready to go out. I'm thinking, like, bro, why she
Where
smells
this
so good?
going?
But also, like, who am I to ask? Like, I
Yeah.
never asked, you never asked where I was
Mm-mm.
going at this point. But you walked out this house looking fire. You was just like, I'll holler at you later. And you went on a date. How was that date?
I only went on dates to make you jealous. There, I said
I'm happy it was all bad. Good job, fellas.
it. No, I
Way not to
did go on a
close.
date, like this guy I want to date with, out to a really nice restaurant. And then we went and like walked the pier. It was just too romantic for me.
Walk the pier.
Look at him. And I was like, and then he invited me back to his apartment, but I just like declined. And I was like, yeah, I'm just ready to go. But like, I went on a couple dates and like talked to a couple people.
Were you going on those dates to actually try to find somebody?
I was going on those dates to just find that there's life outside of you. And I think just God knew what he was doing, that there was no life outside
Can
of
I
you.
give you some flowers right now? I
Yeah.
really want to say thank you for not talking or going to one of my teammates because as a man, no, it sounds crazy. Like, oh, of course I would never do that. But as a man, if you would have went on a date with one of my teammates, this wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Like fellas across the world can understand this.
Yeah.
There's some type of loyalty, but there are certain non-negotiables for men.
And
Once
likewise,
loyalty, like same thing. I would never talk to one of your ex teammates and stuff like that. You still didn't like break the non-negotiables.
Yeah.
And you could have been petty.
Oh, because I've done it before. I couldn't go that low because it really is more than basketball. My reputation was on the line as well as a dancer, captain beat of my dance team too. Like, and plus I just wasn't attracted to anybody and never had a relationship like that. So that was just, it was easy too.
So you went on these dates.
Yeah.
I remember you came back, and when you came back, I could kind of tell because I was like, she back kind of early.
I did think I went back out later with my
Yeah,
friends
you
that
went
night.
back.
I was already dressed.
Yeah. You was good for the night, but she came back early, and I was like, oh yeah, that day didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. But thank God for all those bad days that you went through. So
Yeah.
now let's fast forward to
You graduate.
me graduating. I'm graduating college.
Yeah.
The first boy in my family to graduate college.
And at this
Crazy
point,
milestone.
we're really just really good friends. Like we
friends.
love each other. We may still be sleeping with each other.
My
but
family comes down, they still say what's up and
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
like that. Another thing, like you're hearing a lot of like staples in like
Who we
Day-Day's
are
character and who she is and how much she really loves me, because you're single, whatever the case may be, you've been hurt, but you don't have to come to my graduation. But
Yeah.
you know how important that is to me. And she was there at my graduation, and it was just like having you there. I wanted to see my family. I didn't expect to see you. If you did, I was just like, but I didn't wake up in the morning like, wonder
Yeah.
if Day-Day's gonna go.
Because I
didn't
was a
think-
little petty. There were some moments I was petty, like for games. Like if because again, I'm captain of the cheer team. I mean,
Front and
dance team.
center.
I'm front and center next to the goalpost, and just by rules, if the Islanders score, we're waving our pom poms, doing pirouettes, aerials, whatever, cheering. If this guy scored a basket, I stood with my hands behind my back.
It's on film
It's
too.
on film with the straightest face. I didn't. The people around me are dancing and cheering, and you see me in the middle, still as a statue, because I had so much bitterness towards you.
If I have to take that little bit of pet, I probably wouldn't cheer from nobody that hurt me either.
Bro,
but
I
it's
was
crazy.
sick.
This is how petty dudes are. We in the locker room doing film study. The lights is off. Coach got his red laser. Like, you got a screen hard, box it out, rewind it. And Will like, jump on, look at Day-Day.
I miss Will.
He's like, look at Day-Day, bro. She ain't. You just get a bucket. So coach, play the field right now. Good job, Joy. And and you got your heads looking like Men in Black, just standing there like, bro. I'm like, bro, this girl really
like,
don't
put
with
me on the Jumbotron.
She don't
because
rock
I
with
will
me.
look stone cold.
And I don't know if you know this, but your rest in B face, if there's a such thing as a rest in B face, I think I've heard that before.
Yeah.
At this point in time, was so unbothered. Like, your eyes, your demeanor, bro, like you'll mess somebody up.
Cut somebody.
So you come down to my graduation, show love, and then it's time for me to graduate. I'm getting out of Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
I move out of Corpus Christi. I go live with my sister and brother-in-law at the time, June, and this is where the transition for
both of us.
For both of us, and then you become next year in college.
Yeah, I moved out of that apartment. Just had too much. First of all, too many issues, and then just too much like memories. So I got my own apartment by myself for the first time. I was doing my own thing. I'm talking to somebody actually closer to home.
What?
He knows that. I'm like actually like really into like this person I'm talking to. But again, like there's just something that just doesn't let you go all the way and get those feelings, because like I just loved you so much. Like it was so, even after a year, like it was a year of us being broken up, I still felt so attached to you, and just like I just knew God knew that you were my husband, as cliche as it sounds. So you moved to Kansas, and what are you doing in Kansas?
I'm training to go overseas. I'm training with June. We're in a weight room, waking up at 4 a.m. every day. We're locking in, and then I started to read this book called A Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. And this book changed, I'm going to say, our lives.
Yeah.
Because we were cool at this point.
We're
you were
texting
me like, hey,
are
you good? She's like, how's training going? I'm like, it's good. I'm like, how's the school year going? Everything is solid. Now I can see like she's bossing up. She's handling her business. She doesn't need me, which you really never did. But to see you bossing up, it was crazy. So we're separated at this time, but we're still touching base every now and then. And I told her, I was like, hey, I'm about to start reading this book. It's a 40-day journey. You should check it out. And we literally start reading it together, and we either text or called each other every day, and we talked about what we read today. I'm going to post it in here, but A Purpose-Driven Life is a book that helps you find your purpose in life, the reason for your life. So A Purpose-Driven Life is a crazy, amazing book, and I remember we read it together.
Yeah, day by day, and just dissected it at the end of the day, just our thoughts on it. And again, like nothing, we were just friends reading together, just really trying to find
We were
ourselves.
really trying to find our purpose because
Yeah.
at this point in time,
We
one of
we had been just so hurt.
we were
And
so hurt, and this book was right on time because I was trying to figure out what's my
what's
purpose,
your purpose? What's
and
your next
do I want
move?
to do I want to coach? Do I want to teach? Do I want to go overseas? How am I going to make money? What are we going to do? What are you going to do? And
Mhm.
this is one of the reasons why I was pushing you away in college,
Yeah.
because I didn't want you to, if I'm ahead of you in school, if you was gonna follow me overseas, then you was gonna have to stop going to school because we're
Right.
gonna live together. We're not gonna do country separated
Yeah.
living and stuff at this young age. I didn't want to put all that. So for those of you watching, there was a lot of variables that went into our breakup and why I was
Yeah.
pushing her away. It wasn't just like me being selfish. I was
Mhm.
thinking about her. I know her mom worked hard and provided and did a lot of things for you. So I didn't want to be that stumbling block in a way.
So I kept your stuff for you. I wasn't spiteful and threw it in the ocean in Corpus, but I
Or
could have,
burn it
or
or
burn
something.
it.
In
But no, I
facts.
kept his stuff. There was a lot of important stuff. And we just talked about you coming down just to get the rest of your stuff because like you didn't know what you were gonna do. You just wanted all
Yeah.
your stuff. And so
Can I say something real quick?
yeah,
I was coming down literally to grab my stuff and leave.
I know.
This is the part that's only God can do this,
And I
because
and
there
I was
was,
fully prepared for that because what were my plans?
yeah, we're gonna have to get into that. So whenever I tell you there wasn't no like, oh, you left the key back,
Yeah.
like you left stuff back on purpose. No, when I
No.
tell you I was coming, I just couldn't take all that stuff
Yeah, it was
with
like a
me.
lot of shoes.
It
It
was
was
a
like
lot. It's
stuff you
three
can't just
years,
casually
yeah.
throw in a
On it's
suitcase.
3 years worth of stuff. So whenever I came back, I was literally coming back, like we'll go eat or whatever. I'm gonna grab my stuff and I'm leaving the next day.
Yeah.
But
So that was the plan. Or just backtracking a little. The day that he was bought a plane ticket was October 4th, and that was the day I was supposed to come to a homecoming party at Texas State University in San Marcos, and it was like with the person I was talking to. I just felt a little bad because like you didn't have a ride home from the airport, and so I was like, oh, I don't want to like have to him like this is before Uber and stuff, so it was like how is he going to get home and things like that, who's going to pick him up.
the
So
heart, the heart of this woman, y'all.
I stayed back. I did not go to the homecoming.
And for those of y'all that don't know, Texas State is like,
The biggest party school in
yeah,
Texas.
and I think it's bigger than that. It's not just in Texas. It's a
It's a
huge party
huge party
school. Like
school.
Drake talk about it. Everybody talks about this in some of. But anyways, you sacrifice going on.
And I was because our homecomings in Texas A&M Corpus Christi were boo boo.
No, it wasn't
It
nothing.
was nothing.
So for you to, something made you stay back. When you decided to stay back, were you like, oh, I got a chance, we're gonna
No,
fix
not at
this up,
all.
or is it like, where was your
I think
mindset at that?
because like I said, like I was already talking to somebody. I really wanted to get over you. Like even before you coming down, like I really there's a time where I stopped answering your phone calls and your text messages and stuff
That I
like that.
remember.
I can remember being in the club, seeing you come up on my phone, and I just put it back in my pocket. Like I distinctly remember those moments because I had to do what I had to do to
That
try to get
hurts.
over you. I'm sorry.
It hurts, man. Knowing that
That's
this
why I
is
knew
my
this was
wife
gonna
and I
be.
love her now,
But
man.
like,
She was putting me on.
oh honey, the things I went through.
No, I'm just
But you know,
playing.
you do what you do to try to get like. I knew if I just gotten back into the deep dive of things,
Yeah.
it was just gonna hurt more. So you just do what you do. But anyway, so
You
no,
stay back.
I didn't have any intentions. I stayed back, picked you up from the airport, and you looked so good. Like when he was in college, he was in basketball shape, so he was like skinny, like what
Super
185,
thin. Yeah, like
189.
190.
It was 6 foot
Soaking
four,
wet.
so very like thin. And then he came back because he was working out with his
June,
brother-in-law at the time, and swole. And I was like, picked him up from the airport. He had that on this tight black
black
shirt,
V-neck.
those gray bluish pants, boy.
I remember June said, he was like, bro, when you hop up off this
Usually,
plane, bro.
now he wears like sweats and stuff to the airport, so I knew this was intentional. That he
Yeah.
looked so good. I mean, I knew I probably looked good picking you up too.
Whenever you go through a transformation like that, we was working out twice a day, 4
4
a.m.
a.m.
and then one at 6 o'clock at night. We was doing construction and then going to the gym training. So I was putting in some work. And anytime we would FaceTime, the couple of times that we did, because we were
He
reading
had a
the
shirt
book,
off, and I could just see his chest. And
just
his little
chest up.
pecs.
I wasn't showing the full body. I was just showing her. And June was like, bro, when day they see you, bro, she gonna be like, damn. But anyways, got off the plane and we went to go get some food. We went to the beach.
We went to the beach. We used to always do when we lived together. We used to just at night. We were such night owls. Owls. It'd be like 11 o'clock at night. We go to the beach. So out on the rocks, and we just talked about life, like catching up like old friends,
listening to music.
Yeah, I do remember. That was really special. And then you were only there for what, 3 days, if that, 2 days, and then the third day you left. So we just spent a lot of time together. Even in that moment, without saying it, I shut everything down with what I was doing with other people. Like I shut it down without telling you. I just knew that this wasn't over.
And it's crazy too, because I shut everything down. I remember telling June, I was like, whatever happens with overseas, it'll happen. But I was just like, I feel like I need to be with Day Day.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So you went back home.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. We were both feeling so mutual, but I think we were both scared to say it. I think we were after everything we went through.
Yep.
So you went back home to Kansas, and then you text me and you were like, do you want to spend Thanksgiving with me and my family? I never met your family. Like, this is huge. Like, I've, met them at your graduation and things like that, like in between and FaceTimes and stuff like that. But I never met them.
You came to the wedding.
Claudia's I did. Wedding. That's right. I came to your sister's wedding. So that's when I first met them.
Everybody's like, dang, who is this beautiful girl? I remember too. They were, even because I think I posted a picture of us on Facebook and people was flooding.
Yeah, like, who's this new girl?
Who's this new one?
But anyway, so
this was the first real time I remember I was getting a haircut. You had drove down from
12 hours alone.
You drove down. I love you for that. For those of you asking, I didn't have the bread to get her a plane ticket. We was broke college people trying to figure it out.
Right.
You drove down at the barbershop. I'm getting my haircut. And you pull up, and I remember you had on this red flannel with the black checkers or gray checkers on there with some black tights and some boots. And I was like, oh, my gosh. You walked in that barbershop, and even my boy that was cutting my hair, he was just like, he wanted to say damn, but he wanted to be respectful. I remember, and you smell so good. You always smell good. But I was like, yes, something feels complete, and we had a great time.
Yeah, we went back to the car, and you embraced me, and you just kissed me I don't know, it was just we had been together. I don't know, it was just crazy. I can't explain it. It happened.
All God.
And so we spent Thanksgiving with your family, and you were like, I'm coming back home with you.
I'm coming back home with you. I told June, I said, bro,
have a nice life.
I said, whatever y'all need to do, y'all can take stuff back. But I said, I got to ride, bro. And he said, bro, go do your thing.
So he came back. We made the 12-hour trek together. And I think even in those 12 hours, we just talked, and we just were like, this is what we're going to do. And
we aired it out clear. Man, we ain't got time to be going back and forth.
Right.
Playing with each other's heart.
Mm-hmm. We physically couldn't do it anymore, emotionally either. So yeah, we made the 12-hour drive back home. And
also, I shut down everything that I was doing too. Like anybody I was entertaining, basketball wise, reaching out to my scouts and agents and stuff. It was at a point where I felt so content that I was just happy being with you. And I was like, let's figure out. And also, but you were still in school.
Yeah.
You're silly.
After a while, we're just on each other. We love each other. We miss each other. And then I wake up and I'm feeling sick in the morning, only in the morning. I'm not thinking anything of it.
Man.
I'm on birth control, so I can't be pregnant.
And let's talk about this. You was on birth control all through college. You never got pregnant.
Never did. But the moment he moved back up, but I do know I got the flu and I had strep throat at the same time. So remember I was on antibiotics, and I didn't know antibiotics can cancel out your birth control. So I was sick back to back. And then my mom, she said, damn, you was getting it in when you were sick. That's what she told me.
That's what I'm thinking too, because I'm a germaphobe.
After the fact, it wasn't during.
No. Clearly.
But anyways, I'm feeling really sick in the morning. There's no way I'm pregnant because I'm on birth control. I take it like clock. If I don't take it, I get a headache. So his friend comes over and he's like, is everything okay with me? And I was like, yeah, I'm only sick in the mornings.
We went on a bike ride.
Yeah, y'all went on a bike ride.
And he came back. What's up, Jesse? We went on a bike ride, came back, and he was just like, I made a joke or something. and we were eating, and I remember, and I was like, "No, she been sick lately." And he was like, "Sick lately,
Yeah,
huh?"
just so
And he was just
unserious.
like, "Yeah, but it's weird. It's only in the morning time."
Like looking back, like what was wrong
He
with
was like,
us?
"So you're sick only in the morning time, but you're good throughout the day. You don't like the smell of food." Knowing how much we eat, he was like, "Oh, you're pregnant."
And we both looked at each other like, nah.
Nah, no, ain't no way, bro. Like I said, she on birth control. I said, bro, we were solid. And once he left, we kind of was like,
Let's go to Walmart. Let's go get a test. And
we
so
went from getting pizza rolls together to
to get
getting
pregnancy
pregnancy
test.
tests together.
So I took the test in the bathroom, immediately went positive, and
Yes.
I'm scared, like crying. And this guy over here jumping for joy, so excited, which is like such
Yeah.
a relief because you don't get that often with men. But he was so turned, so
I was
excited.
telling everybody, my family, before we even got a doctor's appointment, I was like telling my family, I'm about to be a dad.
Yeah.
Like I said, Daddy's pregnant, y'all. This is gonna be crazy
But we were
because
just,
I was like the baby in the family, and
yeah.
everybody knew it was gonna be something like super special. So I was beyond excited.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't care about hoop no more. I didn't care about nothing. The only thing I cared
We're just
about
ready
was
to
you and the
start our
baby.
lives.
You and the
Yeah.
baby.
So we find out we're pregnant. We go to an ultrasound.
I'm working at Lazy Boy.
Yeah, he got a job at Lazy Boy. Look at him. Shout out to him turning into a dad.
Had to make that money because
babies are expensive.
And overseas wasn't paying the bills at all. I was still trying to get over there. So I was working at Lazy Boy.
Yeah, and I couldn't work anymore because I was so sick. Remember, I worked at Wings and More. But anyways, I couldn't stand the smell of food. I was just very sick. So we go to our first ultrasound and we see the little baby's heartbeat, and I have tears streaming down my face because I'm just so happy. And I'm only 20, 21 at the time, just like 20. 20. This is the one he didn't go to. He was working at Lazy Boy, and I'm like so excited. Like I'm feeling so sick. I'm reading like, oh, the sicker you are, the healthier the baby. And so I'm like, oh, this is so exciting. Sitting in the waiting room, and I see all these girls come out with like their like little strings of ultrasound pictures and looking at it and just so excited. So I'm so excited to get my pictures. You know, when you're pregnant, you just can't wait to see your baby on screen. So I lay in the ultrasound. The room is dark. She never turns the screen to me. And like, again, mind you, it's my first pregnancy. Like I'm just going with the flow. And I can hear her pushing the button to print out pictures. You hear the deep, deep, and then that's it. And then she's like, okay, you're all done. You'll see the doctor now. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I have a doctor's appointment like Monday. This was just, for the ultrasound. She was like, I think the doctor's going to want to see you now. And then I text you. I said something's wrong. Yep, I just immediately text you, and I was like, I feel like something's wrong.
Yep.
And then he's like, well, just keep me updated. Keep me updated. So then I go back and I sit in the actual doctor's office, and I hear in the next room over, the sound of a baby getting their fetal Doppler checked. And I'm like, I just know something's wrong. And the doctor comes in immediately, and she's like, I'm sorry to tell you, but your baby has no heartbeat. And like, I feel like my feet like eliminated off the floor. It's just the weirdest feeling. It's still to this day so very hard to talk about because going through a miscarriage is very, very difficult. When then you find out the statistics is 1 in 3,
that was crazy.
Just really hard to fathom. So I text him and I tell him like the baby has no heartbeat. And I'm crying, and I
come up straight to the job.
I come up straight to your job, and I pick you up, and we go home, and we just lay in the bed in the dark room and just cry. Like we're both just like crying, devastated.
Even this early, we were so connected.
We were so connected to this baby. We were so excited.
Everybody had knew.
And then doctors are throwing like options. Well, you could take a pill, or you can have a DNC, or you can do this. And I'm just like so overwhelmed.
Like,
and then I asked her, I was like, can I just come back just to make sure? And of course she's like, well, we can make sure, like just humoring me. Obviously, like the baby didn't have a heartbeat. So we lost that baby. We were both devastated.
We were thinking about baby names. We went out to eat.
Yeah.
It was like, if it's a boy, his name is going to be Carter.
Yeah. I still love the name Carter.
I still love the name Carter too. From a man's standpoint of being super excited, I think we don't talk about this enough.
Yeah, we don't. What do the men go through?
The men.
You have to be strong for us, and then you have to be strong for yourself.
That part. I think some men, obviously, if they have their lady, whoever they have a miscarriage, there's two feelings you're going to feel: super excited, or like, I don't even want to be with this person. Like, please let something happen. obviously I'm on the other side. Like, I can't believe this is happening. I'm
Hmm.
about to be a dad, somebody
And
that
then it just
grew up
gets
without a
ripped away
dad.
from you.
Like, I'm literally like so excited already thinking of baby names, gifts, like everything that we can do. I'm telling people, and I think the hardest part is telling the
Others,
people
yeah.
that you're not going to be a parent no
Yeah.
more right now.
And there's such a stigma that says that you shouldn't announce your pregnancy,
Too
too
early.
early. But forget that. This is part of life.
It
Like,
is.
this is our journey, and, you know, this is real and raw emotions. Like, this
It is.
happens to 1 in 3 women. It's like
Those
that is a
numbers is
lot. That is a
insane.
lot. There could be 3 women in a room right now, and one of us has gone through a miscarriage, or may go through a miscarriage,
And I'm just thinking, so at this point in time, I'm like, it was the birth control, man. Like,
Yeah.
birth controls
Or
have
just I was so
effects.
sick I couldn't eat.
And
Like,
then I got mad because I was like, man, you wasn't eating. And like, remember, like
yeah,
we
I
used to get
do.
into it because I used
Yeah.
to be like, yo, you need to eat. And you're like, I can't eat. Like, and now having Truth in Oakland and
And
stuff, and
Bash. It
it,
was the
like
same
and Bash,
thing.
like you can't eat. Like, when you get pregnant, you're supposed to gain weight. You
Yeah.
were losing
Yeah.
weight all the
Just,
way into
and
a
that's
certain
why
point.
when some women just are different during their pregnancy, some may, that's just in my case. Whenever
Yeah.
I get pregnant, there's a time period where I just can't eat. And we all just, the baby are literally just sucking the life out of me. Everything that I do eat, they're taking all my nutrients.
So
So
I'm thinking at this point in time, I'm like, bro, is there something wrong with me?
yeah.
Like, is it my fault? Like, is my guy's not strong enough?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? So once we got all that, and this is the moment that got us super close
Yeah. And most people
because
fall apart.
we got super close because we didn't have nobody. We could have started pointing fingers. We could have did whatever. But I think we
We
knew
had to lean on each other. We had nobody
we didn't have
else.
nobody. We were out there. We are figuring it out. And I remember I told you I was just like, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get through, and we're gonna be fruitful and have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of kids, and the proof is coming right now. Like, I think that was that the first time you seen me cry? You saw me
Yeah.
cry?
Like sob. Yeah.
I was uncontrollably because
It
when
was
you're in the car,
hard.
number one, I felt for you
Mm.
because you were excited, and I was like, man, can't wait to see what type of mother you're going to be.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I just know you're going to be a great dad. So we
Yeah.
talking about all this stuff for weeks, and just to find out that
Because I found out
it's not
very
happening.
early how, so I get sick right like at
Mhm.
5.5 weeks, 6 weeks, and then 6 weeks. That's a month and a half that you're just so excited to be pregnant. So yeah, it was really hard. It's still hard to talk about to this day.
It is.
I
And I
think
always say that I believe that baby we lost is why we got twins,
I
because
do.
one of them babies came
It
back
just
to our
wasn't the
baby.
right time. However, we did get pregnant again right away,
Oh
which
my, y'all, man.
maybe like 2 months later.
Can we talk about this real fast?
Yeah,
We got pregnant fast.
we did.
And we were not trying to get pregnant. We were
No.
still healing. We find out that you're pregnant
Again.
about how long after?
Maybe like 2 months. Because I got off birth control just to like regulate my body again so I can get back on a different birth control. I got off the pill, and just in that time frame, and we were safe, and things just happened. I got pregnant again, and we were both mourning the loss of the first baby.
I was pissed.
Yeah, he was mad.
I was pissed off that you was pregnant again because
It's like we were like, we can't go through this again.
We got robbed. Number one, we got robbed from our first baby.
Yeah.
And then the way that my mind is built up, the way your mind is built up, I was like, I can't go through this again.
Yeah, that's why we were mad. We were just like, we're still mourning, we're still grieving. Like, there's no way we can go through this again. Like, I don't think we'd make it if
I didn't tell nobody in my family until
we didn't tell anybody
until like the second trimester.
No, closer to the third.
Yeah, it was middle of the second. It was
I
late.
think we told everybody
we
like
scared,
January,
y'all.
February, and
Bash was born in April.
So yeah, the baby we were pregnant with is Sebastian. It makes me want to cry just thinking about, because like we were both just so upset, but like looking at, I can't do this. I'm gonna cry.
It's tough
because it's Sebastian.
It is Sebastian, and Bash, if obviously he speaks for himself, but
yeah,
that was the hardest time. But they always say the rainbow baby.
Yeah, he's our rainbow baby.
He's our rainbow baby.
He truly is like our rainbow.
He truly,
like, after the darkest time. I'm getting too emotional.
Whenever
I can just picture him in his glasses right now.
I know, I love my boy. Whenever Bash, we got pregnant, and this is where it gets even crazier. Second trimester, we go to the doctor.
We find out he's not growing.
I'm at the gym getting in shape, working out, getting ready for overseas. And then Day Day goes and gets an appointment, and he's already good. He got the head, his body. We know he's a boy. And she says something's wrong. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? Josiah was out here, and I'm
I
like, no, I
remember.
can't. I stopped
I was
hooping.
28 weeks pregnant. I'll never forget.
And you said he stopped growing, so I'm thinking he's dead, like immediately. So I'm crushed and heartbroken again. And she was like, something's wrong. His head is still growing, but his body's not growing. I'm like, what does that even mean? So they was like, it's called intro growth restriction, which means
intrauterine growth restriction.
Yeah, his umbilical cord was the size of a spaghetti string.
It was so tiny.
Most umbilical cords is like you get the nutrients. They're just pumping.
He wasn't like a very active baby in the womb at that point.
They had to like buzz his head on your stomach.
So they used to have to get this buzzer and buzz his head to like make him like wake up. Like he was like, just when you're not getting the nutrients, you're just a very lethargic baby. And any day you can wake up and your baby can die in utero. Yeah. So like they're just not getting the things they need. His situation, he had an insufficient placenta. Yeah. So his placenta just wasn't, filtering the things that he needed to grow. So he was very tiny. That's, people joke like, oh, you have a small belly, but no, like I had a small baby. Like my baby just wasn't growing. So
Bash was
That's why you shouldn't comment on pregnant women's bellies. You just don't know what's going on. So.
Anybody that does that is just weird to me anyway.
Don't ever do that.
Super inappropriate. Bash was born 4 pounds, 15 ounces, super small baby. And whenever he was born, I was like, he looks fine to me. It's our first kid. Yeah. He looks good, but I remember he was in the birth canal for a minute. Yeah, and he had a cone head, and he kept coming, and that head came out, and his head kept coming out, kept coming out. I was like, oh, something. And he was like, wait, is that my baby? I'm gonna love him anyway.
I said, is his head gonna be like that forever? I'll love him anyways, but I just need to know.
Yo, did y'all hear that?
His head looked like this. Okay?
The first thing that this mama bear said about her son was like, is his head always gonna be like that?
Man, I can't explain the trauma. There was such a traumatic pregnancy. It was so like that, to be on edge every day if your baby's alive inside of you after losing a baby. Nothing compares.
And anytime she would be like, babe, I haven't felt Bash move in a minute.
I would jump around. I would drink orange juice.
And I was like, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I mean, we would pray for it, and then she'd be like, oh, I felt him kick. I felt him move.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was like the hardest part. It's just like after having a miscarriage and then having a baby, a pregnancy, and then I was like, you're not getting bigger. Like, what's going on? Like, y'all, she would not get big. She gave birth, and they was like, you look like you was 4 months, 5 months pregnant. It was crazy.
I had a very tiny pregnancy belly.
That put a lot of anxiety too, because I was like, something's not right. But if you know Bash now, he is strong, healthy. And they said it's better for them to get out than for them to stay in.
So we just had to get him out, and he's thriving, and he's the best thing that like ever. We hopped into parent mode together. I love seeing him as a dad. He says he loves seeing me as a mom. When you get to grow with somebody, I've known it since I was 18 years old, and you go through those like things that we talked about in the beginning of this episode, and then to see him as a parent and just like a husband, like
love this woman, man.
I never can, like, his love never wavers at all.
So whatever I needed, I don't like. It's not about me. It's about you.
Yeah, this guy was working like tons of jobs, like so I can be home. When I tell you I was so sick, I had HG, hyperemesis gravidarum. I was just so sick, and without him I couldn't have done it. But I'm so grateful. Life is good now.
And that's after a breakup, people.
That's after a breakup.
Separation.
Literally
tears,
months
trauma,
later, we
everything.
got pregnant, had a miscarriage, and then got pregnant again, had a family. So like,
Come
you know
on,
what?
man.
This isn't just to say call your ex back. This is not this kind of episode. But sometimes you can't get in the way of God. You got to go through the fire.
And I don't wish that upon nobody.
Heck no. And especially living with each other. Don't move in with each other also.
But it's also great. The reason why we sharing this with y'all is because y'all see the TikTok content. Yeah. Y'all see our family now. It's like, oh, y'all are family goals, but you have to understand.
In order to get there, what we had to go through.
This is the story of our breakup. This is the story of Bash coming into the world. Next episode, we'll talk about me going overseas whenever Bash was only a couple of weeks old. Figuring that out, the grind of having no money.
Oh, guys, when I say we was
no
broke,
money, $7. What we gonna get? Gas, or we gonna get a pizza for dinner tonight?
Bro,
what we
$2 in the tank, $5 pizza.
We'll say that for we're gonna say that for the next episode, y'all. This episode was special to us. It was a little hard at sometimes just because you think about the raw emotions that come with
Yeah.
it, but you are a strong woman. I just want to let you know that I appreciate you. Thank you for being patient. It's crazy. I was older than you, but you matured a lot faster than me. And now that I'm a little bit older, like now we just compliment each other so
I
well.
agree.
So this is dope. But we're going to end this on a great note. You ready for some rapid fire questions?
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time here, I have questions for my wife. The goal is she cannot take longer than 1 second to answer. This is something that we do around the house all day long. So we're about to get into it. Rapid fire questions. Number one, what's the best compliment you've ever received?
I'm a great mother.
Are you an introvert or extrovert?
I'm both.
You have to choose one.
Introvert.
What body part do you love me touching?
My hair. Like you rub your fingers in my hair. My scalp, I would say.
Scalp. What's your biggest pet peeve about social media?
I know I have to answer this fast. Hold on.
We'll go back to that one. What's your favorite thing about yourself?
My favorite thing about myself is my confidence.
What's your favorite book?
Ooh, that's hard. Sorry, guys. I like crime books. And the last one I read was Lacey Peterson's mom's book.
TikTok or IG?
Instagram.
How would you define success in your own words?
Success, in my own words, is health and happiness for my home family.
I love that. How long does it take you to get ready for a date night?
30 minutes.
Who is someone you can call right now and you know for sure they're going to pick up?
My mom.
Would you sell your TikTok page for $2 million?
No.
Mexican food or wings?
Mexican. Ooh, why you do that to me? Wings.
Wings over Mexican
Right
food?
now, yeah. Matter of
Right
fact,
now.
I know what I want for lunch.
Tomorrow is going to be Mexican food. Strawberry cake or lemon cake?
Strawberry cake.
What is your biggest pet peeve on TikTok?
Fakeness. I hate fake skits. I know when it's fake. I hate when you're trying to be different. Just make the video and post it. Stop trying to do all this extra stuff.
I got a question about that. Why do you think people can't be themselves on social media? Why do you think they have to put on like this, the fake and fraud?
And it never works in your favor. Like it doesn't. Be you. Your audience is going to love you for you. And if they don't, then that's not your audience.
You know what's crazy?
There's somebody out there for everybody.
It is. You know what's crazy?
What?
Being fake and fraud gives people temporary success.
It really does.
They win early, but they don't win long in the long run. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Clap it up for the one and only.
That was hard. Woo!
I told you I was coming with the fire
I got
today.
some.
That was probably your slowest one.
I know, I'm quick.
You are quick.
Are you ready?
Let me lock in.
Pool or beach?
Beach.
Margarita or Hennessy?
Hennessy.
Go-to karaoke song or artist?
Can You Stand the Rain, new edition.
Overrated celebrity?
I plead the fifth.
You go get canceled. Favorite movie to quote?
Friday.
Favorite abroad vacation?
Italy.
Salty or sweet?
Pause. Next question.
What superpower would you like to have if you could have one?
Teleport.
Do you kill bugs or do you let them go outside?
Kill them suckers.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Snacks under my bed. Big back, big back.
What's the cringiest thing you did as a teenager?
Oh my God. Interview over. Let's go.
No. It's because there's a lot and I know them all. We go stop there. Wait on that. No, I got a couple more.
Yo,
Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving for me, Christmas for the kids.
Is Friday After Next a Christmas movie?
Heck yeah, it is a classic. If you don't think Friday After Next is not a Christmas movie, you're tripping. Bro,
that's it from there.
I got tears in my eyes. You ain't nothing, man. With that being said, babe, let's get a cheers in. This was
That was a fun episode.
This is our second episode in the books. Mic drop with the Williamsons. We are your hosts, Joy and Diana Williamson. This is nothing like TikTok. You don't see our kids in here. This is raw. This is real. This is what you're going to get. So if this is not your speed, please just keep on going. But everybody that's here, enjoy the vibe.
Love you guys.
Love y'all. Let's go.
Great episode.
Too much fun.